we are here at Universal Orlando for two reasons. The first is that it is annual pass holder appreciation days here at Universal from the end half of August all the way through the entire month of September. Universal likes to show their appreciation to their annual pass holders. So there are special offerings during this time specifically for annual pass holders. The second is that Halloween Horror Nights is coming on real fast. We're gonna walk around the park, see what they have put up already. And yes, we will be going to Halloween Horror Nights this year. I am so excited to have the living daylight scared right out of me. Let's have a fun day. We are going under the arches now. We have to pick up our annual pass. I just renewed my pass last night. So we have to pick up our new annual pass in order to even get into the park. So we're gonna do that first. Once again, I did get the premier pass. That is the highest pass. I 100% think that it's worth it, especially since you get the preferred parking for free. You also get free valet parking. You get some awesome discounts. And you get one free Halloween Horror Nights ticket. Later I will tell you exactly how you can redeem that ticket. But that one ticket is just worth it all in itself. Halloween Horror Nights is the premier event here at Universal and 100% worth going to. Okay, so it's already been all of 2 seconds that I've been here and I've already had to put my hair up in a messy bun. However, I did pick up my new annual pass, which is super duper exciting. We're gonna head on into Universal Orlando. Our first look of what is to come for Halloween Horror Nights is right at the entrance. We see this massive arch that says Halloween Horror Nights. It has pumpkins all over it. That is really awesome. I haven't ever been to a haunted house, haunted anything really. The scariest thing I've ever done is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So I'm pretty excited to do Halloween Horror Nights as well as SeaWorld's Hallows Scream. Okay, so we have this pumpkin. It looks like the pumpkin has tentacles. And then right there, next to Despicable Me, is the arch I was telling you about with the Halloween Horror Nights on it. If you get the Premier Pass, you do get one free ticket into Halloween Horror Nights. And in order to redeem that ticket, you just show up, which I think is really interesting. That is actually the reason why I didn't do Halloween Horror Nights last year. I was very confused of how to use that free ticket. I thought I had to like book a day. But nope, you just show up, you go onto the Halloween Horror Nights website and you look at all the dates available for Premier Pass holders and it will let you know what days you can come in. And all the dates right now are in September. There aren't any in October. So here is the entrance, and if you turn this way, we have the Horrors of Halloween. This is the first scare zone, the first one that you're going to come up to. There are little displays set up pointing you towards what you should be expecting during your night of frights here at Halloween Horror Nights. Right here is pointing you to the Conjure the Dark Scare Zone. So we have a witch's hat. It looks like we have a bunch of different potions embedded in here. We also have a broom. We have a voodoo doll. And we have a cauldron. We're gonna keep on going and see what else we can find that will point us to what to expect for Halloween Horror Nights. Over here is the display for Graveyard Deadly Unrest. We have a grave, we have a shovel. It looks like there are some bones embedded in here. We have a hand and a skull. We also have this grave down here, some bones. Really look at the detail that is put into each one of these displays. Over here is going to be the Scarecrow Cursed Soil. So we have the Scarecrow up here. We have a little Scarecrow. It looks like it's like a doll made out of the husk of corn. not ominous at all. We have a face. We have a blade, the hand of a scarecrow, and some corn. This is so much detail. It is very spooky. Finally, over here we have Sweet Revenge. So what do we have over here? We have some lollipops. We have some jars of candy. We have some creepy masks. We have some candy right here. We have a butcher's knife, and it looks like this butcher knife has already been involved in one kill. And then we have trick-or-treat bags. And then each one of these is being taken over by the roots of pumpkins. And these aren't just any roots. These roots have thorns on them. If you head on over to the Jason Bourne stunt show, then you will end up over where the graveyard scare zone is. And it is pretty spooky. There are graves everywhere. There is a gate to a graveyard, and the graveyard's name is going to be Nettlewood Cemetery. And look at how overrun everything is. Over here is where one of the graves are, and I can see so many places for the scare actors to pop out. The flowers are wilting. We have statues getting overrun by plants. And so it's going to go all the way to the end of this street. Once we reach that cross area, that's where it's going to end. And that's when we move on to the Scarecrow scare zone. Okay, so now that we walked through the Graveyard Unrest, we're gonna head on straight over to where the media center is, where Central Park Crepes is located, and we're going to go and look around the Scarecrow scare zone. So that's it, straight ahead. As you can see, there is a farm feel to that area. Okay, so we see a windmill and a really old truck. We have a Plymouth truck. It is all rusted out. It is abandoned. And then we go through this area right here, and we're going to see a scarecrow. We're talking about that scarecrow right there. You know you are up to no good if you are being held down by a bunch of chains with all these padlocks. And it looks like there is an alarm system just in case he wakes up. The other thing about Halloween Horror Nights is that there are plenty of food booths. Over here at the Woody Woodpecker's Kids Zone, there are a couple booths over here. They have this one right here. Let's see what is going to be here. They have eats and treats. They have twisted taters, seasoned salt, garlic parmesan, sour cream and chives, and ghost pepper. They also have twisted tater, blood and guts, and fiery twisted tater with queso. They have a booth right here that doesn't have signs up yet letting you know what is going to be there. But this booth right here, it has some satanic symbols on the top. It looks like a dilapidated church. We have eats and treats, garlic Philly cheesesteak. They have a mummy curse tablet cookie. They have a specialty beverage, one drink per guest per ID. Tinseltown Terror, right before Springfield, is this Child's Play booth. And we have the specialty beverages, 1 drink per guest per ID. They have the Dirty Valentine. And then they have the eats and treats. We have the Good Guys Burger. So what it looks like to me is there's some jalapeno, some cheese, some burger, and then is that chocolate with Trick cereal on top? Or is that just me? They also have the Wanna Play beignet. That sounds good, $11.99. I would try that. And then the Chili Lee Ray. Over here, where the Fast and Furious attraction is going to be Contra the Dark Scare Zone, where it's going to be that evil sorceress that takes over this area of the park. And we have some stones getting overrun by dead trees. Looks like there are little alcoves where scare actors can come out of. And we have a stage. I am thinking the sorceress will be on this stage, and she has a cauldron. There are some witches' ruins all over these stones. I wonder what's underneath that tarp. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see for Halloween Horror Nights. And look at this, there are some skeletons underneath these stones. Over here, these rocks with the vines going through it. Look at what is on the bottom. There are all these skeletons, all of her victims are underneath here. Very, very spooky. We have these barrels over here, and this crate has a dragon on it. There is a goat skull, and it looks like she carved some stuff into it. We have some human skulls with some carvings on it. I mean, this is quite a bit of detail. So far, we have found where the graveyard, the scarecrow, and the witches' scare zones are. Right? Hold on. Oh, and the front entrance scare zone. There's one more. It's going to be the Candy Company scare zone with the children of the candy, pretty much. So children of the corn, children of the candy. Wonder where it is going to be. Okay, so walking around, I was like, oh my gosh, I found it. I did not find it, but I did find the meats locker. And this is going to be another food location. So this is what the meats locker looks like. It legit looks like a fridge. It even has those like fridge curtains. And we are at the meats. Okay, so we have what's right, spicy fried chicken offals. We also have the spoiled angry bear meat, the sour beating gummy heart, fresh round princess, and fried zombie brains. And it looks like a meat locker. They have some meat in here that looks a little frozen. So while looking at the meats, I came across a crafting group. So it says, congrats, you found me. You can scan this QR code in order to find them on social media. And it is universally crafted. They hide stuff all over Universal, including, apparently this is their favorite spot to hide stuff, over in this alleyway. And right now you can find some vinyls. So right now there is a donut in here. We're gonna leave that there for someone else to find. But talk to a member and she provided me with this vinyl. It is the Night Bus from Harry Potter. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Super duper cute. I think this is really awesome that you can find stuff like this, that Universal's kind of like a community. And follow them on social media and they'll give hints of where things are located, and it can add a little bit of extra fun and magic to your day here at Universal. Okay, so we are in Central Park area and we can see the facade for the tribute store, and I'm wondering, yes, okay, we found the last scare zone. It is right behind me. I'm gonna give you guys a closer look. It was actually pretty easy to miss. I walked by here a couple times. I am sure that there are going to be a lot more things that are going to be put into place. They still have plenty of time to do some decorating before Halloween Horror Nights. The first night is going to be September 2nd. So we have Major Sweets Candy Company. It is a food truck and he does not look sketchy at all. I mean, the villain mustache and the gold tooth do not give it away. Okay, I think I'm understanding the storyline. So basically, Major Sweets Candy Company comes with their Children of the Candy, and they are here at a Halloween festival. This is a judge's booth for the festival. It looks like this is going to maybe be a stand where you can buy candy or a place where you can be traumatized by scare actors. He has this booth right here, and it looks like, I'm gonna hop on over here. We have Miss Treat's Butter Discs. We have the Deadly Bar. It is a Major Sweets Candy Company treat. We also have these lollipops. And then over here is some more stuff. So we have some candy that's in a jar. We also have this stand right here that has obviously been destroyed by the Children of the Candy. These lights are really adorable, super duper retro. There is this tractor that has a blown out tire. And it looks like it was a part of the festival parade that was obviously crashed by these children. Right here is the last scare zone. It is number 5, and right here is the tribute store. Let's see what details we can see so far before it officially opens for extremely scary times. So this marquee says closed on it, and there are some newspaper clippings and some stickers. Dead Coconut Club Monsters, grand opening coming soon. A transformation many are dying to see. Okay guys, so I read every single one of these news clippings, so you guys do not have to. So, in October 31st, 1885, the movie theater opens. Everyone's super excited because Thomas Edison's miracle bulb is going to be used here in New York City for a movie theater. Then, in 1939, the couple that owns the theater disappears, and the 24-year-old son reports them missing. What's really strange is the movie theater ends up being filled with candy. Then, in 1942, all the candy seems to be causing people to get like poisoned. And then, in 43, the movie theater has to close because people are being poisoned by candy. Then in 1952, the mayor goes, hey, you know what? We are going to put this out there. We're going to try to create a Halloween-friendly, family-friendly venture out for the city. And they talk about how there's going to be exotic foods like churros and Italian fries, which points to the fact that you can get pizza fries at Halloween Horror Nights. It's been kind of a staple for years. And then we move up here and talked about how some local candy maker, which would be Mayor Sweet's Candy Company, goes like, hey, I'm gonna help you with the construction for this year, and everyone's super duper excited. And they're all like, hey, you know, after all this horrible things happening because of this theater, maybe, just maybe, we will have a family-friendly thing for Halloween time instead of a massive nightmare. But boy, are they wrong, because look at this, the children of the candy decide to wreak havoc. And that is the storyline according to these news clippings. And what I'm seeing in front of me is for the Scare Zone and the Tribute Store. You're welcome. Now you do not have to read every single news clipping when you come here. Universal really thought this story out. So the Tribute Store is personally connected to this Scare Zone with the funding of this movie theater being from the candy company that started creating Children of the Candy. If this is how my mind is interpreting the storyline, let me know what you think of how my interpretation is going. I think calling these children Children of the Candy makes sense to me because the storyline kind of sounds like the Children of the Corn. Now that we checked out the Tribute Store and this Scare Zone, which I think it's probably going to be the most horrifying because children. And we're going to head on over here to look at the food booth, see what is going to be offered during Halloween Horror Nights. So first up is going to be this location right here. So the specialty beverage is going to be the Bach Slime 2, the sequel. And then for food, it's going to be African lentil and potato sambosa coffin, the Tombstone red velvet cake pop, Little Boo spicy pumpkin bun, and the pepperoni pizza skulls. And this must be the pizza skull. That's very interesting. And this right here is what the Tombstone red velvet cake pop looks like. Now keep in mind, on top of these booths, there are usually always food in the last room of the Tribute Store. So there's going to be plenty of Halloween treats for you to try. Next up are these two booths. So we have this one. This one is all vampire themed. The previous one was all skull themed. And then that one right there, it looks like it is going to be like axe murderer themed. But vampires first. Okay, so you can get Major Sweets ice cream sandwich, and it would be this thing. That looks really good. We also have the petrified rat tails and the spicy turkey and squash bun. And for the beverage, we have pumpkin and ginger snap punch. And we're gonna move on over to the Axe Murderer booth. Okay, so this spot also has the Twisted Taters that was over near the Scarecrow Scare Zone. This Trick or Treat booth has a haunted horseshoe and a killer stovetop popcorn custard. And that's what the popcorn looks like. And it has red on it, which I am assuming is blood. And then right here for the specialty beverage is the Sam Hain Shocker. And the last booth, the Ghost booth. So, Eats and Treats, no change in hell, PB&J. It's a fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich with hot maple syrup and chili flakes. We also have the fried Twinkies and fried Oreos. So like this booth right here in particular is very much so carnival type foods. Right in front of Rip Ride Rocket is this booth right here. So we have the carnitas arepas, mozzarella arepas, and the witch's spell cauldron stew. We are now back at the front of the park, and we are at the Universal Studios store because they have some of the Halloween Horror Nights merchandise. So let's see what they have out so far. Keep in mind that Halloween Horror Nights starts September 2nd. So don't try hopping into the tribute store or anything like that until then. You're gonna have to wait to go in there, even though just for looking at the news clippings, it sounds real awesome. First up is this flannel, because of course you want to wear a very thick flannel in 90-degree weather. So the front says Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights 2022, and let's see, what is the price? The price is $75. Let's see, is there anything on the back? And there is this really awesome retro looking print on the back. It says Universal Studios, every day is Halloween. And then we have this lightweight crop top sweatshirt. It has a retro look to it. It says Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. There's nothing on the back, and this is $40. They have these classic Monsters t-shirt. It is blacklight reactive, and it is $40. We also have a lanyard pouch that you can put your annual pass in, and it is $8. And they have a woman's fashion tee version of that t-shirt for $35. We have this Halloween Horror Nights. Is it a lounge fly? It is not a lounge fly, but it is a lounge fly style backpack. And it is $75. Right across from the Five and Dime is the annual pass holder lounge, and this is where we can get our annual pass holder magnet. Okay, so we got our annual pass holder magnet. I love it so much. I love the color. I love the fact that it is themed after the Revenge of the Mummy, which is a really fun roller coaster. If you ever have a chance to ride it, ride it. It is currently under refurbishment. It will be opening later on this summer. And I cannot wait for it to open. I haven't ridden it in a while. We're gonna head out of the Universal Orlando side, head on over to Islands of Adventure, because as annual pass holders, you do get a free park hopper. You can hop between both parks in one day, multiple times. There is no limit how many times you can park hop. But that is a really awesome thing about being an annual pass holder. You don't have to pay extra in order to move from one park to another. Okay, so I am pretty hungry, so I'm thinking, why don't we try cowfish? Okay, so this is what the bento box looks like. So we have the burger, the edamame. I replaced the sweet potato fries with regular fries because I'm not a big fan of sweet potato. We have the horseradish and the wasabi, and then we have the spicy tuna roll. Okay, so let's open up the chopsticks and try this food out. Let's do the edamame. It's good, thank you. The edamame is really good. I do like the portion of edamame they give, and it's very well salted. The burger is next. It is a pretty small burger. It has a pickle, it has some cheese, and some onions on it. That's actually a pretty good burger. It has just the right amount of pink. It is very juicy. So who would have thought that going to an Asian fusion restaurant would be a good place to get a burger? Next up is a fry. The garlic fries are pretty good. And now we're gonna try the sushi.
I wonder what Josh is.
The spicy tuna roll is very good. It is very spicy. You can taste the spice and the tuna all together. The spice isn't overwhelming. All in all, this is pretty good. It is quite a bit of food. I would eat here again. Okay, so cowfish is absolutely delicious. It has a little bit of everything for everyone. So say you are that adventurous friend that really loves sushi, won't try anything, they have stuff for you. Now say you are one of the friends where your friends know you're gonna look at everything else on the menu, but you're going to still order a cheeseburger. They have stuff for you as well. So everyone can be happy at Cowfish. Okay, so here in Islands of Adventure, there is another store we can get some Halloween Horror Nights merchandise. So there's actually a lot more here than there was at the Universal Orlando Studio store on the Universal Orlando side. So we're gonna hop on in here. This is the store I'm talking about. It is right across from the Henna store. So it is the Hallows Eve Boutique. Oh my goodness, the inside of here is very spooky. There's also a lot of like retro Halloween stuff, such as this mask. There's that pumpkin right there. That cat, some ghosts and witches. I think it's actually really cute in here. So while there is some merch that I already showed you, there is stuff like, say, this headband that is very cute. And the headband is $16. They also have some candles. Okay, let's smell this one. This one smells like spices. It smells very fall. So this one smells very much so fall. The Fall Hallows Eve. I know this isn't the name of the word fall, but like it has a bunch of spices in it. While this one smells very fresh. Kind of like something like water. Like it kind of has like a watery smell, like, you know, those types of candles. And then this one smells like one of those sweet treat type of candles, like the ones that you smell like marshmallow. We have this writer's desk over here, and it has some Halloween artwork. It looks like Frankenstein's monster. It looks like a very haunting tree, a jack-o'-lantern, Frankenstein's bride, a scarecrow, a witch's hat. Wait a second. So the witch's hat, this is one of the scare zones. We also have a scare zone that is going to be a scarecrow. What else? The mascot for this year is a pumpkin man. You guys see any other nods to some of the scare zones? Like, you see anything that has to do with candy, maybe? That's another jack-o'-lantern. Oh, skeleton. That's to do with one of the scare zones, because it's supposed to be the graveyard. There's stuff down here as well. And then we have all this stuff up here. It's kind of like a creepy old attic. You can kind of hear it creaking. There is a cute little snow globe. There is this very creepy pumpkin man. This is quite a bit of detail, and I am loving all of it. Oh, there's this really cool sign. It says Halloween Horror Nights, and is that retro look that is in some of the other merchandise. And this sign is $37. The line that I like the most of what we've seen so far is the vintage line. These right here are absolutely adorable. So we have a Bride of Frankenstein as well as Frankenstein's monster in voodoo doll form. I have a friend who would absolutely love these dolls. And the clothes are actually really soft. We have this really cool lunchbox. We have Frankenstein, and right there is his monster's shadow. There is the monster right there. And there is a closer look at Frankenstein's monster. A lot of people think that the monster's name is Frankenstein. However, it is the doctor. His name is Frankenstein, and this is Frankenstein's monster. The lunchbox is $24. Oh my goodness, I had so much fun with you guys today exploring all things Halloween Horror Nights before it begins September 2nd. Getting to see some of the merchandise, some of the scare zones, what the different eats are going to be. And we also got our annual pass holder magnet because it is annual pass holder appreciation days here at Universal right now. I do very much so like how much Universal does for the annual pass holders. It really makes it feel like the pass is a little bit more worth it. And of course, comment down below. I really want to know what is going to be your favorite scare zone. I think mine is going to be the candy themed scare zone with the children of the candy, because it looks like there is a lot of storyline behind that scare zone, pointing back to the tribute store and the scare zone itself. I think that the story is really interesting. I can't wait for the tribute store to open so we can dive deeper into that story. Be sure to like this video. You can like this video by hitting the thumbs up button down below. And be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. You can subscribe by hitting the subscribe button down below, or wait till the end of the video where my face will pop up and you can boop my nose to subscribe that way. And of course, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And thank you oh so much for meeting